So you want to learn to read tarot. That's great. I'm excited for you to get started. It's something that I've developed over years. I'm still not completely off book. Sometimes I have to reference my books, but the more you do, the easier it'll get and the more it'll come to you. There's two ways to read tarot. There's the meanings. You got to know the meanings of the cards and what they stand for and all those things. And then there's also your intuition. And if you can't trust that intuition, then you're going to have a bigger problem, because just knowing the cards is not enough. You actually have to have the confidence and trust in yourself and trust in your abilities to interpret the cards. In being a vessel, you have to be able to work intuitively. Look at those cards, say, hey, this is what this spread is saying to me. Trust your intuition, trust your feelings. So let's start at the beginning. A very good place to start. So I keep a notebook for when I'm doing my tarot studies. I use this one I got off of Amazon. And then I write down each thing that I'm, Rain's Big Book of Tarot, each thing that I'm working on. So we've got two arcanas. We've got the Major Arcana, which is all your cards that have like the Chariot, the Sun, the Star, the Tower, like all of those cards are going to be your Major Arcana. And those are powerful cards. They really are. I mean, all of your cards are important. I find that the Major Arcana cards, like if you get a spread and it's all Major Arcana cards, to me that says, ooh, we've got a big message for this person. We are going to start with the Major Arcana because I feel like they're the easiest to learn, because once you get into the different suits, the Minor Arcana, you've got like, cups and pentacles and all these different things. I like to try to learn the cards one at a time and really take the time to focus and write out each card. So we're going to start at the very beginning. Our 0 card, that's the Fool. It'll look different in different decks. I'm currently pulling from the Modern Witch tarot deck right now. I love this deck. It's a great one. So in the generalized picture of the Fool, what you see is a person standing on a ledge, right? And they've got like a knapsack and they've got their hand up in the air. Maybe they're holding a rose in the traditional one. This one's holding a phone or a Walkman. And this is supposed to be symbolizing like a carefree spirit. In the Major Arcana, we start with 0 with the Fool because he doesn't really have a placement in the Major Arcana. A lot of times the Major Arcana is called the Fool's Journey. We're on the Fool's Journey. So it's the Fool. He starts at 0, okay? And he works his way through the Arcana. But that's the whole idea with the Fool, is that he's on a journey. This is new beginnings. This is a lot of fun, inviting excitement into your life. Another tool I use a lot when I'm studying tarot is this. That's a great tarot book card, The Ultimate Guide to Tarot Meanings. And then they have other books, I believe, as well, that have like the best tarot layouts and stuff like that. But this one's a good book. It's really comprehensive. It's deep. But yeah, we're starting with the Fool and we're on the Fool's journey at the beginning. And do we know what's ahead? No. Absolutely not. But we've come, a little bit prepared, but also you can never fully be prepared. So the Fool's ready to take that leap of faith. The Fool's ready to do the thing. It's giving Modest Mouse float on energy. We all float on, okay. We all float on, okay. It's giving, Aladdin, a whole new world. A whole new world. Every turn's a surprise. So that's the thing. You got to be ready for the surprise, for the adventure. The Fool card is very much telling you you're at the beginning of something new and this is exciting and you're going on this journey, and that's a good thing, right? The Fool card invites us to be adventurous, to be fun, to be lively, to be creative, to start something new. In a career reading, it might mean new job opportunity. It could also mean an entrepreneurial spirit, that someone's thinking about like what they want to make in the future and how they want to do that. And they're going to go on this journey to find it. In a relationship or a love reading, it could symbolize that you're starting a new relationship, or it could symbolize that you're ready to leave maybe a commitment behind so that you can experience more new joy, more fun and adventure. It could also mean that you're bringing some fun and adventure back into your current relationship. So that's what this is all about, the Fool card. It's it's giving that brightness of new possibilities, of finding the unknown, of letting go of control and taking the risk for the reward. In reverse, however, we're going to talk about the fact that the Fool in reverse means that there's not a balance where that's concerned. Either you're not willing to let go at all, and what you're doing is holding back on this new adventure. Maybe you're too scared. Maybe you've got some limiting beliefs that are keeping you hostage so that you can't move forward into this new adventure. Or on the flip side of things, it could also mean that you're taking too big of risks, that maybe you are really not looking before you leap at all. Because that's the thing. I mean, the Fool's here and he's ready to take the leap of faith, but he can see what's ahead of him. We want to be risk taking. We want to be in that newness and that spirit of adventure and living life to its fullest. But at the same time, we also want to be smart. We want to make sure that we want to be safe. We don't want to jump into the abyss, okay, without some sort of knowledge of where we're going and what it is that we want. So the Fool reverse means that there is something happening in this new beginning that is challenging. Either we're moving forward too fast, we're not looking before we leap, we're not watching where our steps are headed, or possibly that we're not doing it at all, that we're not taking the leap at all, that we're not moving forward. Maybe you're getting stagnant, maybe you're too afraid, but that's what the Fool in reverse means. Now, for me, the songs are important. I do have memory issues. Now, for me, the songs are important when I'm learning tarot because my memory is not so great. I do have complex PTSD, and that has affected my hippocampus, my memory. So I do have a hard time learning new things and skills. I even took a class on tarot where I wrote down everything, and I was working with people who were really great at what they did, and took this class on tarot and left the class still not knowing my tarot cards. So I have learned to rely on my intuition a lot, and to also not be afraid to check the book when I need to. Also, one thing that does help me with remembering is writing it down. I'll highlight in the books that I'm reading, and then I'll write it down. And then also for me, that point of memory is a song. So for me, the Fool card now is always associated with "We all float on, okay. Well, all right, already we all float on." Yeah, and also Whole New World. So when I'm reading, I'll pick up something that's in the notes about what this card's supposed to mean, and I'll put a song to it because that makes it easier for me to remember. So, use whatever tools you need to do to help you remember, but just remember the Fool's journey. You're on step 1. Look, you did it. You learned a new card today. Proud of you.